There is a term that เสียเงินไม่ว่า
อืม
อย่าเสียหน้าใช่ไหม It's about face. The saving face, losing face is expat may not quite understand.
We asked expat leaders in Thailand, what's your biggest challenge managing Thai teams?
It's talking about proactiveness of the Thai, the taking initiative part, and the honest feedback.
The frustrations were similar. Thai teams don't speak up, no honest feedback, no initiative taking or new ideas. So we sat down with Coach Kriengsak, Thailand's first cross-cultural leadership coach and author of the book Bridging the Gap. For over 20 years, Coach Kriengsak has worked with hundreds of executives navigating these exact same challenges.
This is a story that one CEO told me that they think if the boss do more of this, it will bridging the gap with the other department. That country office was ranked one of the best productive among the world.
This multinational corporation leader who doesn't have Thai language, how he ran through the meeting with Thai leadership staff, where everybody was able to contribute and share with him.
Everything about heart, the Thai words,
Yeah.
and it's truly speak about how we work and how we live.
The only man who behave sensibly is my tailor. He takes my measure anew every time he see me, while all the rest of people use their own measurements and expect them to fit me.
Whether you've been in Thailand for 6 weeks or 6 years, this conversation will change the way you lead.
And thank you very much for giving us your ebook. It
Yes.
is really a good read for this past 2-3 days. I've been with your book.
Good. I did read it last night. Quite enjoy it, looking back from what I read, I can learn a lot of things that, okay, this is, I already forgot. Most of the stories are related to my experience. So it's a relief, a good experience, 20 years ago,
What we found quite interesting and fascinating is like what you written and what we're experiencing right now with the clients that we serve. It's still very related. It's it's really still alive, the word that you use on the book. So I think the first questions I like to hear your thought would be, because Bridging the Gap was published in 2004
Correct.
and now it's 2026.
Yeah.
It's already 2 decades. So with social media, with global exposure, it seems like cross-cultural awareness, it's more accessible. But in your thinking or your feeling, do you see that the gap is getting smaller between the Thai and the expat working together?
Maybe a little bit, นิดหน่อย, smaller. I would say that the core of gap still the same. If you look at Thailand, big picture, macro, as a country, we are still, 20 years ago and today is not much. Looking at politics, that one way to look at it, right? And just recently, I did a cross-cultural case coaching. And then last night, I looked into it, and together with 360 degrees report that I just did for these particular clients, is 80-90% are the same. So I would say that the core concept, the gap is still the same. But I think what I need to do now is disclaimer, okay? Because in the books, I think I have a tendency to label all Thais, stereotype, which is if the reader read, they might misunderstanding that all Thais are, as in the books. But I think individually we have changed, okay? We have more Gen Z, new generation who are more first English communication is improved a lot for this new generation. So then they have a courage to more assertive compared to older generation. So that's something changed. Technologies, social medias. 20 years ago, we did not have that. Now, more social medias. And people, they have two worlds, right? The real world and the virtual worlds. And a lot of people who are introvert in the real world can be aggressive in the virtual world. If you notice that a lot of aggressive comment, if you look at the picture, the lifestyle is quite nerd, So this is something I think might change because we did not have outlet in the past, right? Express your opinion. Yeah, but in general, the core concept are the same, I guess. Yeah.
Things like as we ran our survey from I think last quarter into this quarter, it's like you mentioned about the core concept of the gap. We found out that the top two things that quite similar from your mini research in the book is talking about proactiveness of the Thai, the taking initiative part, and also the honest feedback, which is like, 20 years on. It's still the same thing that people talk about, which is the pain and the challenge that expat leaders face working with the Thai team.
Yeah, I agree. And one more thing is about face. The saving face, losing face is a core things that expat may not quite understand. We have too much emphasis on the face, right? There is a term that เสียเงินไม่ว่าอย่าเสียหน้าใช่ไหม No matter how much I have to spend, I don't care, but I have to saving my face. That the term that we joking among ourselves, and still valid. We have a tendency to save our face or our egos without awareness. That's the challenge is that a lot of Thais, particularly my generation, I'm baby boomer, Gen X, Gen Y. Gen X is probably are the most serious about their face, seniority, avuso. And you can see that you go to see the people, senior people, you need to be more humble, more constrained. But the young generation is less on this phase, right?
That is very interesting point out. Gen X is mostly the senior leader in the organization as well. They are
Correct.
the top who really orchestrate how the culture in the organization should be like.
I agree. I think our survey clearly shows that the biggest pain point is trying to extract honest feedback from Thai staff. But when I read your book and I read the stories, especially of that expat women leader, who not only was able to build that culture of psychological safety and high performance, she actually extended her stay in Thailand. And the reason she cited, which was the most interesting part for me, she said she appreciated the most, or the most influential factor was Thai's eagerness to learn, to adapt, which just became so contradictory to the survey result we have, and then this lady's real world experience. Could you tell us a little bit more about this, Coach Kriengsak? How did this lady go about creating that culture so that the leaders who are watching this can imitate her?
Okay. This is come back to the context. This real case, she is British, working in the telco companies 20 years ago. And then she is senior leaders in the committee, right? 24 years ago, telco is very new industries. They recruit a lot of brain, well educated, new generation. So the context of telco companies 24 years ago is like startup company now. You got a new education background, young generation. So these people are more eager to learn, and many of them educated from overseas. So that's why this British lady, she feel more comfortable because these people combine best of two worlds. They're nice, humble as a Thai, but they also well educated and be more provoked, from the West. So that's why these particular ladies feel that way. On the other hand, during that time when I surveys, I send email to people, expats. many of them are working in local companies. Then they have different contexts. The workforce there, and a lot of manufacturings in those days participate in the survey. So telco context, manufacturing context, working style, the Thai cultures implication are not the same.
Yes, I completely agree that yes, if you have a Thai staff which has a more hybrid mindset, east with west, it really works. And we feel a lot of our survey takers, the expat leaders, are in Bangkok. They work with company, international organizations, and they probably have access, or they are working with staff who have that hybrid mindset. What we see, we feel like probably it's this gap that they don't understand how to create that environment, because that lady said very well, you need to create that environment where people feel safe to fail. People feel safe. I think in your that one chapter where you go to a university and you deliver this lecture, and you said the most poignant part was the students did not know that it's okay to be not right all the time. And this mindset they carried at work, where they're always afraid either to be right or to save face. And I feel that women leader was able to build that culture where Thai staff was okay to not be right all the time, to share the ideas, to be more proactive. So maybe if you could share some of the things that she did, and you have mentioned in your book that leaders can try imitating, even if they are with a local company, maybe at least within their own coverage of power, they can at least in their own teams build that culture.
Okay. So I think in general, if you are new expat to Thailand, start with humble would be the safe zone. Okay. And a lot of them who are success in building trust, they start humble by try to understand Thai. Okay. And then be careful about what you will say and do, particular your success experience from other countries. I think Thai is probably the same as any country. You don't want people to insult that, oh, I did a great job in US and that will practically work here, right? So it means that you say that you are not smart, so let's use my way. So that's not humble. That is, even you have a good intention, you just want to share your idea, but people might perceive you as arrogant. So start with humble, okay? Particular in the world today, whatever success you have in any country, you have to start now, because the context, the geopolitics, the environment is different now, So you start with humble, try to understand the local context, try to learn more about people. Then you can build a relationship first, okay? And there is a term called ซื้อใจ, you need to buy the heart before the works, okay? But if you try to show that you're smart, it's not a good way to buy the heart, okay? So start with humble, try to understand, try to learn more. And the challenging one is patience. Yeah, because most of expat, they come to Thailand with specific assignment, right? And most of them have some pretty ideas about quick win that they want to implement. The quick win, I think the better quick win is that build the trust first, then go to the business. Because your quick win build a business, but if people don't trust you, they reserve, they observe, and then they said, okay, this guy might already smart, so whatever he said, I will follow. Easy for me, right? Yeah. But the commitment and the local context, you will not gain from the Thais. Yeah.
I think that's a very interesting point. Build the trust first, and then everything else will follow. Listener might be thinking now, then what can I do as a starting point to build trust with the Thai? What would be your suggestion?
Okay, start with white sheet, You might know about Thai when you came to Thailand many years ago as a tourist. or when you visit Thailand as a counterpart, you're working in the office 3 or 4 days in the projects, but that's not the same, right? So start from the zero that, okay, this is new, okay, and then try to hold your judgment, because you might see that Thai is quite easygoing, sabai, smiles, eat and work, a lot of snack.
Yeah.
It's perceived that Thais may not really care about work, not serious. But in reality, that's one way to work, right? We might look fun, look easy, and eat a lot of snack, but that kind of environment of Thai. So if you adjust that behavior and think that this is easygoing, this is they are not serious about work, then you're misunderstanding. Okay, then you project what you think, to Thai, and then Thai will say, "Oh, you really don't understand us." Then the trust will not start. Yeah.
I would love to reiterate one story from Coach Krienksak's book. I feel this is extremely relevant because it's so practically, Coach Kriengsak has laid out this multinational corporation leader who doesn't have Thai language, how he ran through the meeting with Thai leadership staff where everybody was able to contribute and share with him. But do you remember that which story I'm talking about, Coach Kriengsak?
No.
Okay, let me narrate it to you. Maybe it will light some bulb. So this leader, the top leader, expat leader, he would come to the meeting before everyone. Then he would ensure that he makes small talk with every other Thai person who's entering the room. He would go around there, he would talk to them, ensure they have beverage, something to drink. He would remember something from their previous conversation and bring it up as well. Is it ringing a bell, Coach Kriengsak, which story I'm talking about?
I think so. I think he's Indians.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No wonder it resonated with me so much.
Yeah.
But the beautiful part of that, first, so he's spending his energy to build trust, gain that trust from them. In the meeting, he ensured when he was presenting, of course, he used the overhead projector. So if someone who could not pick up the language fast, they can read. And specific points, whichever most important points were, he would repeat that either in Thai or ask someone probably to repeat that in Thai. So there is clarity. And then comes the best part. After the presentation ends, he would walk out, excuse himself from the room and go for coffee, beverage, break. When one of the guys, I don't know, his mediator, who was friendly guy, who would ensure that everybody gets a piece of paper to write their thoughts. They could either write it with their name on it or anonymously, whatever the thing, their question, their comments. And this mediator would collect it. This would be in Thai language mostly. So when the leader came back, this mediator would read out each and every statement and translate it in English for the leader. And the leader would ensure that every comment is being responded to. If he doesn't have an answer, he would tell them he doesn't have an answer. He would get back within 48 hours. And he would invite anyone who wants to identify themselves. They can either come to his room later on, or if they want to identify themselves in the room itself. And something he did beautifully was, for every comment, he made some or the other supportive comment to end it. How he appreciated every comment from each one of them. I think that probably built the culture. I don't know, over a period of time, he might have built that culture where people felt safe to start sharing.
Good. Yeah.
Am I on the right track, Coach Kriengsak? Did I miss something?
No, it's good. I remember a story. This is the Indian working in manufacturing up countries, so that the local, most of the staff are not good at English. 25 years ago, that gentleman read my column regularly, and one day he dropped email to me that I am in Bangkok, so maybe we can have a coffee chat, exchange ideas. And that's why he shared this story. And I like it very much. At that time, I did not apply this, give them a breaking time. But when I did, the university student, after that, I applied this concept let the student brainstorm, and then I said, okay, I need to go wash my hands, so 10 minutes I will come back. So I went out and let them discuss. So I think Thai need more time for prepare before they articulate, okay? Because in general, the Thai who are not study overseas or international school, they, particularly in English, they have a tendency to look slow, right? Because they have to translate the context from English to Thai and thinking in Thai and then translate Thai to English. So most of the time when he speak, the topic already gone. Okay. So let them have more time to manage their thought, and then they can engage. Yeah. I think that gentleman is very smart to do that. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I think people listening to this, they can try it out. Yeah, I think that's an important point you make, that give them some time alone where they can discuss with each other if they want to, and they can share their opinion by being even anonymous at the starting point. Probably once you have built that culture where they see you, who is willing to accept feedback, who is more open. I think Thais are flexible. That's what my experience says. I feel like Thais, when they see you trying, they are willing to try double than you.
Correct. Yeah.
And I see that everywhere in the market. Like when I speak some Thai, they're suddenly so excited and happy. They're willing to try their English as well.
Yes. And this is reciprocate ideas, the concept of nam chai, because in your case, most of the Thai staff look at the boss and say, oh, he's care about us. First, he come before time, chit chat with us, and then he allow us to think. So it means that he values our opinions. So this person care us, then we need to care them to contribute to. So even the language is not fluent enough, but they can communicate, they can work well together. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that concept. When I read about everything about heart, the Jai words that you captures in one of the chapters.
Yeah.
And it's truly speak about how we work and how we live with those Jai words. And you capture it very well. Like Nam Jai would be something that the Thai employee would care very much, that the boss have Nam Jai or not. เพื่อนร่วมงาน the co-workers have Nam Jai to them or not, and how much they will need to pay back, or how much they need to show that they care as well.
Yeah.
Do you think that is it very important to build a relationship outside of the work hours? Because some expat leader that we kind of having a conversations with, they don't see it as something that they want to do. Because work time is work time, and leisure time should be with family and their loved one. What do you think about that? How much should they flex, or they don't need to do it at all?
Depend on the cultures of the organization, right? The last one that I met a few months ago, the customer that I coach, after a few sessions, she asked me to do 360 degrees feedback. Okay. And this came up that, now they understand the boss, very serious, very hard work, but we did have one or two occasions, to go out together, that bridging the gap a lot. We suggest, 2 or 3 persons suggest that the boss should do this with other departments. That organization, which is international organization, majorities are Thais, but they think if the boss do more of this, it will bridging the gap with the other department. So I guess if that context apply, and if that suggestion come to you, I would suggest to do that. But you can start with a simple one, is that lunch, or even coffee time. I learned from American boss many years ago when he came to Thailand, first assignment in overseas. So what he did, and successfully, he said that coffee hours with GM, every Friday morning, 7 to 8, just a group of 10 people from various departments randomly, and then have a coffee with the new GM. So within 3 or 4 months, he know about 100 people already. The nickname, some ideas about person, and then after 3 years, he start to build a lot of productivity workforce. That country office was ranked one of the best productive among the world. With only one American and the other Thais. Yeah. So later on, that many years ago, I found out that a lot of companies practice this. They call skip meeting, level meetings. Okay. So there is a system in, I think American companies love to do that. Skip level meeting instead of direct report meeting with you, right? So from time to time, you tell people that, okay, I want to learn more to meet people, so let try to organize a skip meeting. And then once I introduce this to Thai leaders, a lot of them practice that. A good example is one of the leading financial institute, the new CEO, introduced this coffee with CEO. Okay. So within a few months, he bridging the gap. This is a Thai, right? Because Thai, we still have this hierarchy, avuso thing. But once you have this skip meeting, and then people know that, the boss is quite easygoing, he is not that serious, then the informal communication, the engagement, the ideas, the innovation will come. Yeah.
It sounds like an informal town hall meeting. I think it helps. I think this is the point which I think in many chapters of Coach Kriengsak's book, I think you have repeatedly emphasized how important it is for site staff to know why they're doing this, what's the big picture, so that they feel involved, and that gives them that empowerment, that clarity. Because if you don't give that and you're just giving them orders to do this, do that, then that's what you would expect. You can't expect proactiveness and ownership from a team who you're not giving them the entire picture. Where's the North Star? What are we going towards? And I think these informal meetings, skip level meetings, I really like that idea. I think they can hear from the top leadership team what's really going on in the company. Where are we going?
Yeah.
It's so important for people to feel that intrinsic motivations when they understand what they do, how is it relating to a big pictures, and how is their effort matter, how they adding value.
Yeah. And once you buy the hat from Thai staff, this is Thai people, we have a tendency to work with person, not work with the companies. And you can see that, Kun Am, you might have the experience that when a great person who have built a strong relationship, when he or she move around to other companies, quite a number of staff follow them, even lower their pay. Okay. So, and then I did an informal interview, asked Thai people about this. They said that they prepare to reduce their 20% of income to work with a great boss. Okay. Which in most cases, the great boss left the organization, and that whole organization may did not stable in terms of political, in terms of, internal mismanagement. Then people follow a great boss to other company, even reduce their salary a little bit. Yeah. And I asked guesstimate. They said they prefer it's 20%. It means that if you are great managers, you have 20% plus. Yeah.
That is a very strong point about how much relationship matter to the Thai. So like money does matter that much comparing to a good relationship and less stress maybe with the good manager.
Yeah.
I think on this point, I think this is one major question that we got in the leadership survey. And a lot of them have actually shared their frustration. They want to know what motivates Thai staff.
So I think what interesting is the concept of IDP, individual development plan, that we introduced to many Thai organizations. And surprisingly, a lot of Thai did not ambition much to share,
Mm.
their aspiration, their career aspiration. I think combination, one is they may reserve this and they might feel that if I too aggressive to share my career aspiration, it might threaten my boss, right? I remember 30 years ago, I worked with American company. My Thai boss said that, Kriengsak, one day you should replace me, then I can grow up. Oh, I think, oh, this is fair. But if you work in the Thai company context, right, you cannot say that, boss, one day you will move and I will replace you. Okay, different context, right?
Yeah.
So this is that why a lot of Thai may not articulate their career aspiration. The other thing is that they just don't want to disappoint themselves. I want to be director next few years, but when the time come, I did not get that. So I might losing face. People will say that, hey, your ambition, and you see, this is not your time, and this is face values. Okay. So when we ask about IDP, it's really usually when I coach the C level, right? They're supposed to be the successor of CEO. But to ask them, the first reaction, if we are very new together, the first reaction is, I don't aim to be CEO. I'm just happy here. That if companies see that I have potential, I will take responsibility. But I'm not sure eagerness to. This is very surprised. Most of the Thai organization, even the large one, the listed company, people in the high level, they don't share their ambition. Until a few sessions, we have trust, and then that ideas might come up.
Oh, that is very strong.
Mm.
That feeling of might lose face, cover and bullied all the aspirations and the inspirations to grow further and kept it to themselves.
Yeah. But if you ask the new generation, they said, oh, I want to grow. I want to be CEO next few years. I want to move overseas. This is about mobilities as well. A lot of great Thai executive, they refuse to mobile to regional office, other countries, because once they're 50s, their family settle, the kids, the cost of relocation for them is too high. So a lot of people decline when international company assign them to the other countries, because this is come back to Thai is probably perceived as a not ambition, right? And you cannot blame them. Thailand is, once you're addicted to the comfort, it's difficult to, the food, the environment, the people, the kids, okay, the families, yeah.
Right. There's other factors that might be more important to the Thais rather than moving and getting into the higher position. There's other
Correct.
factors that's more important. Going back to the honest feedback part about saying yes, that is mean yes, saying yes, that is mean maybe, or saying yes, that is actually mean no way, but still say yes in the front. How can the leaders understand and read in between the words that this is a yes, yes, a yes maybe, or is this actually no, but yes first? What do you
Okay.
think about that?
This is difficult for expat, particular Westerner, right? Because you might recall some communication theory that word is 7%, tone of voice is 30%, and then body language is 60%, right? But for Thai, body language is 0%. Word is,
How about Mauritian cannot
basically,
work here?
yeah, basically we are smile, not the head. It's difficult to read between the lines, read body language. So what I would suggest is that instead of gaze, use communication. For example, if I build some new works process, to both of you, right? Once I finish the process discussion with you, instead of do you understand, Thai will say yes, which is not true. Yeah. So instead of ask that, you be humble, blame yourself. Oh, I'm foreigners. I probably speak too fast, or maybe unclear. Which part do you need me to elaborate more? This is more humble and saving face for the Thai. Okay, you're not stupid that you don't understand. It's my mistake. Basically, self-criticize and then let the Thais feel, okay, the boss is empathy. Or you can ask that, okay, this is the ideas that I suggest that what we should do. What do you have in mind? What do you concern? Okay. Which part do you think you're okay with that? But some other people might have some question. What would question that be? So then Thai say, I already understand, but my friends in next meeting, they may not understand, boss. What about this? So you need to work around with that. Thai will perceive you humble if you self-criticize, which is true, right? As a great communicator, we need to be more articulate, pacing, the speed, and the clearer. So we cannot blame people who receive. So it's more rational if I say that I make speak too fast, unclear. So which part do you want me to re-emphasize? Yeah.
You think you should do that more.
Yeah.
With me, especially.
Humility, empathy, try to make it about others rather than them. Do not pinpoint at them individually so they feel more safe. It's more generalized. So they can open up. Yeah, lovely.
Yeah.
I think one value which is so intrinsic in Thai culture, which a lot of Western probably or other expat leaders are finding difficult to wrap their head around. And I think there's one leader, at least I know in the survey, who frustratingly says, why persist with that waste of time, Kreng Jai? I think they probably don't get this concept of Kreng Jai, but at least in Coach Kriengsak's book, I've seen beautifully Kriengsak outlining how an expat leader can use Kreng Jai to build a culture of high performance or psychological safety. Do you remember that, Coach Kriengsak?
Yeah. I think it depends on the starting point. Quick win, you need to build the trust by the heart first. Once you get acquaintance, both have a high level of trust. Okay, then you can use Kreng Jai in a positive way. That okay, next week meeting is critical. I want to start on time, and if you respect me, please come on time. But if you're not, I would consider, even though I don't want to say, but I would consider you may not Kreng Jai me. But once we get close to you, you say, okay, this is the boss is serious and intent. So maybe we need to be more, a step up. Yeah. But you need to build the trust first. Not day one and say, okay, from now on, everyone have to be high geared, respect me, and Kreng Jai me. Then we would, this guy is, greed, right? You don't invest anything and you want to take. Yeah. So that's not nam chai. That's not fair. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Thai can be very rebellious as well.
Correct. Yeah.
เราสามารถจะดื้อได้
Yeah. Silent stubborn is one of Thai, features. Okay. This is a story that one CEO told me that he was very patient and successfully gained engagement. And one day staff asked him, informally asked, why the boss use patient. This is Thai and Thai. You can command and boom, order, and it will get faster. Okay. And then that boss said that, okay, I work with a lot of organization with the smart people. And I learned that whenever people don't buy in with your ideas, okay, you order them to do, they will do and come back with excuse, not success. They're smart enough to come back with the reason that not success. And then you need to rework again, explain again, buy in again. So instead of spend time, so he said that spend more time, try to get buy-in, explain patient, and engage people in the beginning. End to end, probably you shorter than quick command, then quick result, unsuccess, rework. End to end is longer. You think it's fast, but it's not fast. Yeah. It's probably faster to be patient. This is sound paradox, right? People,
Yeah.
I don't have time to be patient.
Hmm.
And then I would say that, but you have time to rework. And there is some rationale on this, but again, it's not every situation you need to do to be patient. There is a fire, and then you cannot patient. You need to right away take action. Yeah. Mm.
Another interesting point that expat leaders might want to understand and learn more, it's how to give feedback to the Thai, which is like constructive feedback, but at the same time, not hurting the heart, and then getting the work done and still keeping that harmony.
Okay.
Any suggestion?
Yes, and this is the most difficult one. And probably not only Thai, right? I study a lot of book on feedback. Most of first-time managers have challenge to give feedbacks. But let's come back to the Thai context. I think if you want to give feedback, you need to do both things, positive feedback and negative feedback. So whenever I explain about feedback, I said there is a context that feedback is information that you give to the person according to performance. Okay, if you do 100% correct, I still need to give feedback that Kun Am, you have done exactly what the process. Good job. Okay. But if you do 120%, okay, then it's easy, right? But most of the time when people do 100%, we don't give feedback. We take it for granted. Which then people perceive that only I am underperformed, then I get feedback. So people associate that feedback is negative. But feedback is, you can be positive, neutral, or negative according to performance. So always give feedback to people. When they meet standard, you give feedback. When they above standard, you give feedback. The trick is time you may not need to upgrade your feedback a bit. Okay. If they meet standard, you said good job. If they 110% performance, you might give feedback 130%. Upgrade. You work in the airline before. Don't give them the economy class feedback. You need to be business. Then people feel okay. And then when they are underperform. Now the trick is that you need to normalize them before give feedback. Because when they did a good job, you give feedback, they're happy, right? But now you need to give negative feedback, underperform. So first thing is you may need to ask why, what happened, okay? And then if you listen to their explanation, it's about lack of knowledge, poor judgment, or lack of information, and then you can give feedback accordingly. Okay. You cannot do this because you don't understand AI. Okay, now the next step is you need to learn about AI. Okay. You give this judgment because you have not had experience before. So this is your judgment is not strong enough, is inexperienced. It's not fair to blame you, but you need to learn from that. Okay. So give explanation, and then from time to time, if you think this person is quite sensitive to negative feedback, you need to introduce some sort of normalization. For example, if I know that Kun Am, you are sensitive to feedback, negative feedback, right? I will say, Kun Am, this information is might impact your egos, but as a big brother, I would like to help you to understand it. Not because I enjoy doing it, but because I want you to improve. Now you can, okay, let me, it's like you go to see the nurse, right? And then they put the medicine to you. Someone just boom and then stop. But empathy nurse will say, okay, this will hurt a bit. Okay, don't worry, it's just a few seconds. Then you can prepare, emotional prepare, ego prepare.
Yeah, setting the stage for them to know what is coming.
Correct. Otherwise, they will shock and then stun, and then you may not know what to do next, and then you're afraid to give negative feedback in the futures.
That actually reminds me of this is a question I asked you other day, Jirina, about restaurants in Thailand. Most of the typical Thai restaurants do not have a manager. At least I can identify the manager there. And the word that I often hear, that staff, why they probably don't have a manager, is also the way the relationship is created among Thai staff. It's more Pii-Nong. And just like Coach Kriengsak said, like a big brother I want to give you.
Correct.
It's just the mindset I feel like Thai people have, that they treat each other as Pii-Nong. And when they feel if the feeling if they get, probably they're more open to feedback then.
Correct. So it's like in Thai society, you as a eldest brother or elder sister, you have to give some suggestion when your brothers did something wrong. So it's a responsibilities and not about personnel that I want to attack you. Yeah.
I think that is something that the Westerner might not understand so well with the mind of the individualism. And for us in the East, it's more into the communities, a close relationship, the kind of family feeling.
Yeah, the collective. If you have a friend and you observe them in their family dynamic, you can see that the young one will speak less when the older one present, right? So that normal, yeah.
And that's what actually Girish was asking me when he kind of like gelling with my family when he moved to Thailand. He pointed that out. It's like, okay, when this guy speak, everybody listen and nobody's like going against him at all.
Yeah.
Because in India, it seems like they joke. They really joke around even with the senior. Am I right to say that, Girish?
Oh, in my family, yes. In India, we are much more open that way. We have a lot of fun. Yes, as he said, we are too much fun dancing and enjoy.
Yeah.
But India is a huge country. It's so, as Coach Kriengsak said, one of the biggest folly probably we can make is stereotype a nationality. So it's just like Thais, India is so diverse. It's difficult for me to just put them in one particular box or category.
Correct.
I think there's one thing I want the listener to this video to do, and this is very personal to me because this is one out of all the things which have influenced me and had an impact on me. One story that really stayed with me, and I narrated this story to my in-laws as well during mealtime. I said, the Ko Nantavisal story.
Yes.
That actually gave me goosebumps because it helped me understand how Thai people do not prefer or don't like to be motivated. If you're trying to motivate them, if you're trying to encourage them, do not ever treat them the way the farmer first treated that cow. Do not berate them. I want every expat leader watching this to just read this short story. It's there in the book, or if you want, tell us, we will send it to you. Or Coach Kriengsak, do you want to share that story?
Yeah. Originally it came from India.
Oh.
Ko Nantavisal is a story from India. It's the old folks, the young generation of Thai may not related to this Ko Nantavisal. I'm not quite sure, Kun Em, do you aware?
I know about this story.
Yeah. But if you ask this young generation, they may not study that in school. But this story was taught in the school, I remember. Yeah. But I did not see the value when I was in the school. And then when I start working 40 years ago, when I very junior, and then one day the GM, the Thai GM, we had lunch, and he said to me that the boss, in fact, the Thai boss, the Thai boss did not understand me. I am Ko Nantavisal. Speak to me nicely, I will do, everything. But you shout at me, you blame me, you aggressive with me. This is it's not the way. But Kriris, you might tell the story briefly,
Yeah,
then people can
yeah.
have some ideas.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. Because this story resonated with me so much because I come from a city, Mumbai, where it's always fast-paced. You need to be on top of things. You need to push yourself hard. You are constantly fighting to be on top. So that's the way I am wired. So I tried to apply that when I came to Thailand with my students. That okay, I pushed them hard. And then when I read your story, all those memories came back to me. Like, oh my God. So this is how the story goes. There is a farmer who has a cow, and this cow feels that the farmer has taken very. Please correct me, Coach Kriengsak, if I go anywhere wrong.
Yeah.
So this cow feels Kreng Jai, or I think she was very happy with the farmer who took good care of the cow. So the cow once told the farmer that I have this special talent, and I want to tell you about this talent, and you can use this to go ahead and gamble and win some money. So this cow can pull 100 cards. That's what the cow tells the farmer. That go ahead, go to the city, go to the village center and bet money on me, and I'll do it.
Yeah.
So the day comes, and everybody, the entire village is there to see this cow pull 100 cards with all its might. So the time comes and the cow tries very hard. And before it could move and pull it, the farmer starts to feel nervous and feels that he might just lose a lot of money. And he shouts at the cow, "You hopeless cow, I gave you so much food, I put so much money on you. Go, why are you not going?"
Yeah, yeah.
And the cow, I don't know, it feels the pain, it feels hurt, and it just quits and it runs away from there.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
And then when it comes back later in the evening, the cow comes back to the farmer and apologizes and tells the farmer that please do not use harsh words with me.
Correct.
If you want me to pull, please be kind to me. And the cow says, I will make it up for you. Bet twice the money this time and I will do it this time. But please do not use any berating words.
Correct.
So the farmer trusts. Next day again, the entire village is gathered. The cow is ready. And this time, the farmer whispers in the cow's ear. I don't know, whispers or tells the cow that, Ko Nantavisal, my son, I have full hope on you. Please go ahead and do this. Something on those lines. So encouraging words, a lot of encouraging words.
Correct. Yeah.
And Nantavisal does it. Pulls the card.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the moral of the story I got is if you want to encourage your Thai staff or you want people to try new things, you have to use more positive reinforcement than negative reinforcement.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Positive reinforcement is work better. In fact, probably a lot people all over the world, maybe, we respond to positive reinforcement more than negative. Right? This is something that stereotype, but in general, a lot of Thai have a tendency to enjoy sugarcoating rather than inconvenient truth. Okay. And this is not all Thais, right? But I did research many years ago in a knowledge worker group, 30 people, operation level, middle age, 40, 45 at that time. So during the break, I asked a few of them, 7 or 8 person during the coffee break, I asked, what if I am the boss? I may not sincere with you, but I sugarcoating, I say a nice words, and you really know that, okay, this is the boss has hidden agenda. He's just, sugarcoating with us. What would you do? They say that we pretend we don't know that you're sugarcoating. We pretend to be manipulated. It's better than you real truth, but strong word. I think we better be manipulated rather than be direct. Okay. But this is not all Thai, but in general, we have a tendency to prefer positive words. And some foreigner might think this is sugarcoating, I cannot do that, is lie, But for us, it's not lie, it's considerate. You care about us, and then you try to put some good words. So that's something you need to observe. Not all the Thais really like sugarcoating, yeah. But in general, now we're talking about work performance. you can see that a lot of Thai leaders, in general, they talk about good things, over exaggerate. Even the staff know that, even the people who say know that, but it creates sabai environment. Okay, people at ease, right? So think about it. Use it properly. I don't encourage you to do more sugarcoating or over exaggerate. But before you start too aggressive, think about this point. It's better sugarcoating than too direct.
It's an art to really understand the preference of the
Yeah,
Thais and who you're working with.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I love the quote from George Bernard Shaw about individualization, right? George Bernard Shaw said that the only man who behaves sensibly is my tailor. He takes my measure anew every time he see me, while all the rest of people use their own measurements and expect them to fit me. So I think this is applied to all people, regardless nationality. We need to observe, check, and then tailor-made our approach. But in general stereotype, you can see that as some Thais may have this favoritism ideas about this face, the heart, considerate, respects, seniorities. In general, this affect 5 or 6 core values. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's beautifully said. Yeah, it's tailored to the persons that you are communicating with and getting the communications in the way that the other persons would like to receive.
Correct. Observe. In particular, people who are close to us. Because we take it for granted, right? I know this person. But you will surprise that sometimes that person surprise you by react differently when you try to do the same things that happily yesterday, but today he may not in a good mood. But if we don't measure each person, we jump to conclusion, we stereotype. So that danger of human interaction. Yeah.
I think I would like to just make a comment here. The way he beautifully summed up, I think it's a beautiful place to sum up that all this while we have been talking about the general concept of Thai culture. It's so important for us to remember that the national culture understanding is a good place to start, where you can get an entry point with that. But if you want to influence someone individual, you have to understand their individual goals, desires, stresses, what motivates them. And I think that's what Bernard Shaw's quote really talks about, that
Correct.
you need to keep that in mind. You cannot be stereotyping. So beautifully said. Thank you so much, Coach Kriengsak, for pointing that out.
You're welcome. Yeah. So I think use information from today as a guidance. If you're looking from the observer point of view, you will enjoy. Okay, this is true. This is not true. This is true. This is not true. Yeah. And it prevents you proactively to jump to conclusion, because you have some knowledge, you observe, you prove it, and then you need to measure it every time for every person. That's the key.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell the listener, Coach Kriengsak?
We talk a lot about concept of bridging the gap books, which are already out of the market. But I post its ebook in the website. So if you could share the links under your clip, people can go and download it for free. Hopefully we will have bridging the gap 2.0, and who knows, maybe Girish and Jirena will be my co-authors.
Fingers crossed. Yes, we would encourage everybody, every expat leader, or any expat who's in Thailand, please read this book. It's succinct. It's very practical. The stories are so relatable. I mean, I had so many aha moments while reading it, and I read it in 3 days. I could have done it in 1 day because it was so gripping, but I wanted to take it slow, make my notes, prepare for this interview. So I genuinely believe this is a fantastic book. If you are working with Thai teams, go ahead and read it.
Thank you. So probably if the audience have any question, please write to us. Then we can have maybe the episode 2
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Today is more like three of us dialogue, right? We need input, then we can come up with some ideas that more relevant to the audience. That would be lovely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.